Good morning, everybody. It is 9:08 Central, 7:08 local. We are in Brawley, California, Imperial Valley, way down at the bottom of California, close to the Mexican border. No, I am not going across the border. No, I'm not going all the way down to the border. Making a little run over here to the next town over. They have a Lowe's there. And I need to get a couple of little things for the quad so I can mount the gimbal. The gimbal I got came with a mount for a different type of quad. So I have to engineer a mount. No real problem. Just need to make an adapter plate, get a little piece of acrylic, make an adapter plate and spacer. And I'm also going to look for a toolbox or something that is the appropriate size for me to use as a carrying case. And I need to get a little more solder. I'm running low on solder. May have to run to Radio Shack later and pick that up over there. And also a quick stop off at Walmart to get some LEDs. In case you're wondering what I use the automotive LED strips, the super bright LED strips, and they work real well on it. They're 12 volt, and although my flight battery, the flight system is 14.8 volts, it won't blow those out. The other quads, they were 11.1 volts, so they worked real good on that. They'll be just a hair brighter, which is a good thing. But when I get done doing that, well, right now I got yesterday's video editing, rendering. But when I get done doing all the mechanical work, get everything all put together, then I have to do the initial programming on the flight control system. It's just a couple of minor adjustments, setting what are called gains, sensitivity level for the 3-axis system. It's that bit. What helps it stay level. And once that's done, then I can do a test flight. Got all my new batteries charged up last night. Had to get a different type of charger, which I picked up. Where were we? Up in Washington. I picked that charger up, and it works different than the other charger. So the little bit of go round was actually trying to figure out how in the world to plug the batteries into this charger. The old charger, you plug one wire cluster into the charging unit. This one, you plug both the wire cluster, which is called a balance lead, for the computer portion to read all the different cells within the battery, and you plug up the primary power leads. So I didn't know that second portion was necessary, and because it came with adapters for different battery plugs, I had to make a different adapter for it to work with my batteries. So I was a little bit busy last night. Woke up this morning, edited yesterday's video, reformatted this card. As you can tell, I am over 50 seconds. Did a little bit more research on the gimbal and some stuff like that, and I'm all set and ready to roll. I know what I need to know to do all the assembly. busy day working on the quad, getting it all going, and hopefully give me a good test flight and maybe a little bit of other flying around. One of the things I'm going to have to do is do a timer test. That is, get everything set up, camera plugged in and running, and the whole 9 yards, and basically put it into a low hover and see how long the battery will last. And then I downgrade that time for motion and things like that, because just hovering it uses less battery than flying around. So I gotta figure all that out and see how long I can fly. I'm hoping to get at least 10 minutes of real flight. It'll be a good thing. So that's gonna do it for right now. Sun's coming up. Well, it's already up, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful day. It's only 71 degrees right now. It should be getting in the 90s in the next couple hours. So it's going to be a nice day to get all this done. And hopefully it won't get too windy. That's one problem out here, is wind. And as long as it doesn't get too windy, I can get my test flights in. Oh my God. What happened to Radio Shack? You know, back in my day, you walked into Radio Shack, you saw walls full of transistors and resistors and capacitors and diodes and blank breadboards and spools of wire and all this other stuff, and you built your own stuff. Have a big section of nothing but vacuum tubes, and you built your stuff from scratch. You know, I'm talking back in the days of like Heathkit radios. If you were into amateur radio, you basically bought a kit and built it. Now everything's pre-assembled. Radio Shack is a glorified toy store. They still have some pieces, parts, but what, you know, it's sad to me. It really is. It's sad. I mean, when I was a kid, a plastic model kit, you know, you popped the pieces off the frame and glued it together, you know, trimmed it up, sanded it off real nice, glued the pieces together, painted it yourself. Nowadays, if a kid wants a toy car, he goes to Walmart, buys a pre-assembled toy car. Puzzles used to be really popular, now they're not. These electronic games and pre-assembled everything are destroying the minds of our children. It's really sad. They're not learning how to think. Their imaginations are redirected, is about the best way I can put it. I mean, they can sit there and they can look at a TV screen and figure out the pattern on a video game. No problem. But you try to get them to imagine a real-world situation, and they're stuck. You know, for math, it's all using calculators nowadays. You can't go to a store, you know, buy something for $10.37 and hand the kid 11 bucks. Let him go ahead and enter that 11 bucks and say, oh, I got 2 pennies here, take care of the pennies. He can't figure out that your change is 65 cents because he doesn't have a calculator and he doesn't have a computer screen telling him. It's really a sad state. I mean, I was fortunate enough to find everything I needed at Radio Shack, but the selection was very, very tiny. It's like we are a minor, almost overlooked portion of the consumer market. Those of us that still, you know, do things the old-fashioned way. Excuse me. Or, you know, go in there and repair things ourselves if something gets broken. Now it's take it to Best Buy and let the tech fix it. And it's not bad-mouthing Radio Shack, don't get me wrong. Okay? Radio Shack's been around a long time for a reason. And they do have to serve the market. But it is an indicator of society. And that, you know, there's no longer any pride in creation. Now it's all about possession. You know, I would rather have something that I build myself that works real well than something that works awesome that I just went and paid for at the store. It's just a matter of personal taste. But that'll do it. Now I gotta go inside and do some building, because we are here. Well, here it is. After hours and hours of work, my Flame Wheel 450. All lit up nice and pretty. Set, ready to test fly. We're inside the house, so it's not getting a GPS lock. I have the gimbal working. Let's see if I can do this here. And this is doing it with the remote, adjusting the tilt. That's maximum horizontal, max vertical. And I can set it anywhere in between. This is the, right here is the center setting. I don't like that. I need to actually adjust it to where it's about right there, but still, I mean, I know that's fully vertical. I just got to get used to where the knob is at the time. And what the gimbal does, whoa, let's get back on here. If you watch, when I wiggle, the camera stays pointing in the same direction. So, the props I take off for storage purposes, and she's ready to test fly, but honestly I am too tired to do that right now. She'll get a test flight before the week's over, hopefully. Well, I went ahead and test flew her anyway. It seems a little underpowered. It might be that the battery wasn't fully charged or whatever. So, need to recharge them, check it out, make absolutely sure I got all my settings right. So I'll hook it back up to the laptop again. I might just have the motor speed set too low. But she's nice and stable, gimbal's working beautifully. So it shouldn't be too much longer before I'm 100% ready to go and do some real stuff with it. Yay. Now look at this beautiful night sky. Absolutely gorgeous. Sun's going down. Time for me to take a nap so I can try to get back on schedule. Alright, it's 8:08 Central, 6:08 local. Excuse me. I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. Went ahead, did a test flight, like I said. Got to check some settings. all was kind of handled perfectly, except it didn't seem to have enough power. I got up too early. I was awake at 5 a.m. our time, and I didn't go to sleep until about 2 a.m. our time. Then I did all my running around looking for things. I got everything done except for finding a case for the quad. Went ahead, fixed lunch, dinner. Fixed a dinner meal for lunch. Did the meat roll-up thing again. I just like them. And everybody here likes them. That, mashed potatoes, asparagus. So I just ate. Everybody else ate several hours ago, but I was busy with the quad. Just ate, and I'm in zombie mode. So I went back over to our parking area, checked the trailer. Everything's good on the trailer. And now I'm got a DVD in the TV, and I'm gonna let it put me to sleep. So just in case I don't do anything else tonight, click like if you like. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave comments. Feel free to share. And I'll see you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Time. Same time every day, 7 days a week. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.